Hey, this is Cindy. Hi, Miss Libby Lou. Um, gosh, what to say about my girl? So, being your second mom, we've had a lot of experiences. But one of the questions was, what is your most Christ-like attribute? The first thing that came to my mind was how much you watch out for other people and your love of serving other people. You are constantly looking for ways that you can do things for people, and I know that you are a true friend and true sister, that if anybody was to ask you for help, you would be the first one to be there and help them, and I think that's such a Christ-like attribute. Memories and funny stories. Well, I don't know how much trouble that we should get you into, so I will probably keep a few of the stories to myself. But one of the ones that kind of made me giggle was just a couple of years ago when you were at our house and you just gotten your new car and you decided to go to a party and it was snowing, and I think that we had said, well, maybe you should go, and you decided to go and get a phone call from Isaac saying he was coming to pick you up from the Maverick. I think it was like 11:30 at night. I had already gone to bed, and so I called you and you were like, well, I might have hit a curb and it popped my tire. Little did I know you launched off of onto the big median curb and down the other side. What? And hit a sign, and then the police officer came after you. But all's well. You were safe. That was the main thing. But I remember you not, and I don't know if you were in shock or what, but maybe you didn't want to admit it, that you had had such a terrible experience with the car and the ice and coming off the off ramp. But no harm, no foul. All good. But definitely an eye-opening to coming back to driving in Utah in the snow from California, right? I think for me, just overall, there were so many great memories of you living with us, and so many times we'd run to Swig and get a drink or get a cookie and have some really good heart-to-heart talks. You truly are a daughter to me, and I love you, and I'm so glad that you are so happy, and I wish nothing but the best for you. And Merry Christmas. Love you, Lib.
Merry Christmas, Libby! I want to share a couple of stories and thoughts. So first is from our childhood, when Libby, Hannah, and I were all very little, living in Orange Park, Florida. My mom had a office room, and we played this online game called Neopets, and every pet or animal had its own homepage, essentially, with some music, and this one pet had a kind of chant, like little tribal sounding thing. And so we put that on, and then Hannah and I put stuffed animals under our mom's spinny office chair. Libby sat in it, and as we spun her around, Hannah and I sang, "It is time for the sacrifice of Libby." Meanwhile, the chant is going in the back, was around and around, and our mom had no idea, and I think that's hilarious, and it just shows how kids come up with some weird, funny things. More recently, last fall, I really wanted to visit Utah from Florida, and Libby was very generous and moved plans around so I could come out there on a whim, basically, for a week. And she found fun things for us to do and showed me around Utah. We went on a really pretty hike, and that's just kind of something big that I've always known about Libby. She reminds me a lot of her mother, too, and that's like really strong Christ-like trait that she has is charitability, or being charitable. And I see that in just trying to help others constantly, and just being very generous. And so, Merry Christmas, Libby. I love you, and I'm very glad that you're my sister.